Hello everyone, my name is Zachary as always, and if you read the title, you know what we're talking about today. We are talking about Jurgen Vollers, the main villain in Indiana Jones 5, how his satisfying end at the end of the movie was brilliant and why it was set up from the very beginning. Today, I will be explaining why. So now we have to start off at the beginning of the movie. It's 1944. World War II is coming to a close. The Soviet Union's bombing Berlin. And Vollers in the middle of it, a scientist. Nobody's taking him seriously. Nobody really likes him or anything. So he's like, oh man, I'm sad. Oh man, I'm getting punched by Indiana Jones in the face. Oh crap. So then we cut to 1969. Years later, and he's like, oh, I'm a man with a plan. I help him to the moon, and I'm going to take time. So then he tries taking time, right? So... but, that doesn't really work out. So, he's trying to get there, He's building confidence. He's like, my plan cannot go wrong. And then he kind of steps his feet into the water. And, he gets his... And then he goes from a Nazi scientist in the war to an SS neo-Nazi. So yeah, here we see him. He's confident. His plan isn't possible to go wrong. He's not going to let an old man in a fedora get in his way now. He's all-powerful and stuff. He's overconfident. And then once he gets on the plane and he's going back in time, he's like, my calculations cannot be incorrect. I am Megamind. So, but then the plane starts to crash. He's not in 1939, so he can take over Germany. Guess where he is? He is in the land. He is in Archimedes' time, and let's just say he's not too happy by this. So, and then we see him start to panic. He goes from some confident dude, nothing can go wrong, and he just thinks he's that guy, to this, he's a wreck. He is falling apart as he's breaking down, as his plan is quite literally falling apart around him. He knows he's gonna die, and he can't let himself believe that he's going to die, so that he lost. So he literally yells at the pilots and tries taking over the plane and almost crashes into a mountain, but misses it by like a mile, by a little bit. He's crazy. He's breaking down. The plane's crashing. He can't accept it, but he's starting to realize this entire plane's falling apart around him. He just needs to get out of there. He even tries shooting Indiana Jones. It's all falling apart. And then this. The last thing, this is Vollers' face before he dies. He knows he's lost. He's like, bow, 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 bow. So anyways, so now let's go in the beginning. And now, through all of this, from this guy to, I have a plan, to where, nobody can stop me now, to where it's all falling apart around him, he's dying. Sounds kind of familiar. And now let's keep in mind, his plan was he wanted to correct all of Hitler's mistakes and correct them all so he could be the Fuhrer and he could take over Europe and whatever, so he could win World War II. But he makes the same exact mistakes as Hitler. You see, he's a guy. Then he starts dipping his feet into the water, and he starts to get a little bit overconfident. He's just winning. He's cashing checks, And then he gets a little bit overconfident, and he tries taking everything for himself, He's like, nobody can stop me now. But then, just like Germany and Berlin, his Vollers' plan starts falling apart around him. It's all wrong, and Hitler, just like Vollers, has come to term with what he has just now done, and that he's going to die. And and then and it's too late. He's done. So yeah, guys. This is just one episode of villain analysis, and I just wanted to talk about just how brilliant I thought the Jurgen Voller character / ending was. So yeah, guys, if you all enjoyed this video or any of my other content, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.